Yo, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Mateo, and you're checking out yourmusicmyworld.com. Peace, y'all.
So for people who may have just discovered you, how would you describe your music?
I think it's music that has a lot of different elements in it. I mean, it has everything that I've always kind of loved and grown up on. So it's got a little bit of, R&B and soul to it, but it's got a hint of a little bit of rock in it. You know what I mean? Like a little alternative rock. I love stuff like Coldplay and all that kind of stuff. So it's a mixture of that kind of stuff, but a lot of it's very organic, kind of piano-based type music. So I think it's definitely think it's something that people really will enjoy.
Well, you're about to release your new EP, Weve Met Before. Tell us a little more about this new EP, and how would you compare this project to your past release, such as Sweet 823 and Lovin' Stadium?
This EP is a true, short album of original music, whereas a lot, the mixtapes that we dropped before were kind of reworked songs, like covers and stuff, except for Sweet 823, because it actually was mostly original. So I feel like this project is more kind of a precursor to the album. It's like kind of like a sampler of what the album is going to be like, and what we've been working on the past year. And it's just I'm in a different place than I was last year or the year before, and I think that comes across in the music. I just the growth with just working with Crucial Noise and Carrie Crucial Brothers, who I'm signed to, and I was just really kind of coming up with a unique sound. You know what I'm saying? A unique sound. And before I was all about, which I still am, talking about love songs. Love songs is definitely something that I'm into, but now I'm talking about life. I'm talking about things that people go through on a daily basis to get through their day, to get chase their dreams or everything. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we've accomplished that through this album, and this EP is a taste of that album. So it's just and I know people have they've come across before with some of the other mixtapes in the past, so that's why we called it Weve Met Before, because a lot of people are sitting there like, yo, I've heard of Mateo before. When is he about to break? And this is when I'm about to break right now. So it's kind of like a play on that kind of idea.
Well, you recently put out the video for How Good Is Your Love. What made you choose this for the lead song for your new EP?
Well, I just think it's a banger, first of all, just to be blunt. I think it's one of my favorite songs. It's got a little bit of the R&B soul stuff, but then it's got that kind of rock edge to it, which is the music that I've been wanting to do from the start. And we did this. I did the record. I had another single before, and the record just kind of fell in my lap. I just was working on it in New York. I actually recorded it right before I had to get on a flight, and it was amazing. It just came out so good. Everybody really loved the record. We wanted to make sure people heard it, and we put it out as a single, and shot the video to it. And the video is kind of based off of my experience when I used to have a real job, because I used to have a real job, a cubicle job that I hated every moment. I hated, and I used to sit there and just fantasize about doing music, like if I could do music, and it's a kind of a play on that kind of part of my life, and we threw an office crush in there, and just have fun with it, and that's how we came up with it.
For your new project, Weve Met Before, you said you're in a better place musically. How have you grown musically since your mixtape, Lovin' Stadiums?
I think it's more of the topics that we're talking about now. We recorded a lot of this album in New York, which already, recording stuff in New York just is a different vibe, and some of it was over the winter too, so it was going through all the everyday stuff, like getting snow off my car to the car getting stuck on a snowdrift, and me being pissed off and depressed, and then also just me seeing everyday life and people kind of doing what they're doing. It kind of changed me, and it changed how I thought about how I create music. You know what I mean? That it's not this is not just about making really great love songs or songs that people can sing to. It's really about touching people where they're at.
your past projects, you collaborated with artists such as Alicia Keys and Stacey Barth. Will you have any guest features on this new EP or no?
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, we haven't confirmed who it is yet, so I don't want to conclude. I mean, jump at announcing anything, but yeah, hopefully we'll have some good collaborations. Hopefully, some people that are. I'm praying that some people from in the Interscope system will be on this album, as well as people that I love. I have a new huge kind of crush and fan. I'm a fan of an artist named Maxine Ashley, who is a really, really dope artist. That hopefully I can do some collaborations with her too. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be great.
Will you tour with Keyshia Cole on her Woman to Woman tour? With her having a successful career after all these years, what lessons have you learned from Keyshia that you have taken into your own music career to make sure it's just as successful?
The biggest lesson from Keyshia Cole is that you gotta be real. You gotta keep it real. You gotta be authentic, and you can't get caught up in the light and the glitz of like Hollywood and everything that comes along with celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes down to it, music is supposed to touch real people, not real people, but people that are going through everyday real situations. And I think that's the thing that Keyshia does. I mean, I think Keyshia is very much so her. We know who she is, and she stays true to who she is. And I think that's the sign of a great artist.
Well, we know you've been working hard on your debut album as well. Would the sound of this album be the same as the EP, or will it have a different sound?
It's like the EP times maybe 1,000. It's gonna be like it's the same. It's gonna be the vibe. Like some of the songs on the EP will probably make the album, but it gets bigger and better. I promise.
Who have you worked with on your debut album, such as like producers and songwriters or possible guest features?
Most of the album is actually done in house with the Crucial Noise family. So it's Carrie Crucial Brothers plus two other producers, J.L. Brown and Zeke McCumber. And majority of the album is just the fam. Like, we try to go old school with it, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, artists didn't really jump around and get tracks from all these different producers. What they did was they caught a vibe of one or two production teams, and they made a really dope, cohesive album. And that's what we've done. And most of the stuff is written by me, but we have some other collaborations with writers like Carmen Michelle and another guy named August Rucker, who are really dope writers, and we just kept it in-house. You know what I mean? It's all fam.
Do you have like a album title for this debut album, or are you still working with titles?
I'm still working with it. Titles. The funny thing is, titles for a project will literally happen probably like sometimes the day before I have to pick it. I have to be like on a deadline because there's so many ideas. Like I want it to feel like this. I want it to be this, and I'm like OCD about shit. So it's kind of like, what do I do? But yeah, I won't know that until probably close to the album release.
Well, after the EP's released on August 13th, what else can we expect to see coming from Mateo?
Well, we got PT College still coming up. Also, we got of course we're gonna do some radio promo. Touring stuff for How Good Is Your Love. Hopefully, get on some other tours that we're trying to confirm right now. So I'll be on the road. I'll be out and hopefully in a city near anyone who is reading or listening to this. So I hope I'll be somewhere in a city near you.
In the meantime.